Yo, what's going on guys, this is JCass here, and now a few people have been commenting on my recent videos telling me to make sniping tutorials and different sniping filters, and I thought I'd make a little series out of this. And today I'm going to bring you a nice and easy emerald sniping filter. We're going to stay away from the moments and current day players just because the only ones that have value are the Porzingis and Joel Embiid. So we're going to be looking to snipe emerald historic players. Now the first filter we're going to be looking into is the Emerald Historic Clippers set, and that's just for people who don't have that much MT. I wouldn't be looking into this one if you're someone who already has over 100,000 MT or a few 100,000. This is mainly for people who only have 10,000 or maybe even a couple of thousand MT. This is a nice and easy one. And now all the players in this set have a value around 3 to 5,000. There's not too much value in anyone else really besides the Sean Livingston card. Everyone else no one seems to put up for snipes, but this Sean Livingston I see up quite regularly for a good price. Now his cheapest price I think is this 5,000, and we want to be looking to find one for under 4,000 so we can make it profit back, and we want to be putting him up for no cheaper than 4,500 just so we're able to make that profit back. Everyone else in the set I would go towards if you see them cheap, but really no one else is putting them up for that cheap. They always stay around that 3 to 5,000. There's not much profit in them. Now this next filter is going to be for Emerald Historic Grizzlies, and this set is mainly for people who have a fair bit of MT, just because if we look at the prices, they are really expensive. There's only one up at the minute, and it's 15,000 for this Mike Conley. I think there's actually two up, and one of them is mine, which I have up for 12,000, so that should hopefully get sniped by someone. But this set here, there's very rarely anybody up, just because it's an unreleased set. The average price is around 12 to 15,000. If you're seeing them any more than this, don't buy them, it's not worth it. And if you're seeing them any less than that 12,000, definitely look into it, see what the next cheapest is, because there's definitely a sniping potential in that. The next one's the Hornet set. This set varies a little bit. It's got a bit of value for people who only have a few thousand MT, and it's definitely got some value for people who have over 100,000 MT. As you can see here, this Del Curry is definitely for people who only have a few thousand MT. He usually goes from around 7,000 to 9,000 MT. You're seeing him cheaper than that, definitely look into buying him. I won't bother looking what the cheapest price is, but it is usually around that 7,500. Now this Rex Chapman card, 14,000, that's actually intriguing me a little bit, but he usually sells for around 17k. I remember a few months ago I ended up selling him for 27k I think, which is really good. I think it was only 2 weeks after the packs came out. But the big boys here in this set is this Kurt Rambis and this Eldon Campbell. The rest of them, like Jason Richardson and Raymond Felton, they do look expensive, but I see them all the time up for like 12,000. It's just people trying to stinge you. You really want to be looking into this Kurt Rambis. He always sells for around 30k, and this Eldon Campbell's much the same as well, anything around 30k. Now another big set is this King set, because it's unreleased as well, and it's for this the Diamond Mitch Richmond, which a lot of people want for his shooting. Now I'm actually surprised looking how many are up at the minute. Usually there's only 5 or 6, maybe one of each player up. The good ones to look into is definitely this Marcus Thornton. You can see he's 54,000 at the minute. He's not worth that. I see him up for like 16k and less quite regularly, and there's multiple up for that price. Definitely if you could get lucky and there's 3 or 4 posted 50,000 and you see one for 16,000, you might be able to get lucky and be able to repost it. But I'd definitely stay away and wait till you see them around about this 17,000 mark and a little bit low. That's really where you want to be getting the profit from. That's where they'll sell. But everyone in the set really, they all do sell for around 15 to 20k. If you see them any cheaper than that, definitely pick them up. And this one here, the Nuggets, we're only really looking at the J.R. Smith, and he has dropped in price because the packs are out at the minute. But definitely look only into the J.R. Smith. You see, in the past he was selling for around 15k, now he's down to around 6k, 7k. He is a little harder to snipe now just because of the packs being out, but I reckon after these packs disappear he'll go back up in price. If not, this could be a good player to be looking to snipe if you only have a few thousand MT or you just want to test the water a little bit. Now if we go one more over, the Pacers set's definitely a good one to be looking into. Now I only really look for profit out of this Chris Mullin card just because everyone knows him for his shooting. The rest of the cards not too many people actually know, and they're not so sought after. The Byron Scott, he has dropped in price and I'm not too sure why. He was going for like 12k only like last week, now he's constantly selling for like 5 to 6k. But this Chris Mullin card's always keeping his profit around about that 10k mark. Anything less he will sell, because everyone knows Chris Mullin is a budget baller and he's just that good of a shot, has a really good release as well. Now yet again, if we slide one more over, we got the Pelican set. Now I believe this is going to be a lot like the Diamond Shack set, where the Sapphires go for so much. I think the Emeralds in this set are going to go for a lot after the packs come and go, just because it's for Chris Paul as the Diamond reward, and everyone wants Chris Paul really. He's got fucking beastly stats, and just he's one of the players that everyone really knows. Now this is definitely for people who have a bit of MT. You will very rarely see anyone up for under 20k. This Chris Kamen's probably the cheapest player you see up. He usually goes for around 20k. So if you're seeing him for like 15, that's definitely a snipe. The Eric Gordon, he always goes for 30k, and this Tyson Chandler's always 21k is actually not too bad, but they're always going for around 30k, and there's only ever like 3 or 4 up at a time. So this one's a little bit harder to snipe, but there's a lot more profit to be made out of it. Now this is a little bit like the J.R. Smith, the Raptors set. We're only going to be looking for the T-Mac. The others have a little bit of profit in them, but really the T-Mac's where you want to be looking for. See, as we scroll through prices, everyone's really going for like 2 to 3k, maybe even a little bit less. But if we go look at the T-Mac, that's a little bit overpriced with that one. We'll go look for a different one. But the T-Mac's going for about 5,000. That's actually pretty cheap. I might look into that one actually. Now I actually am going to pick up this T-Mac just because it's got a shoe and it's 5,000. He usually sells for around 9 to 8,000. So that's a bit of a snipe while I'm recording live at the minute. Now just before I go, another reason for that set being a little bit of value in it, definitely the T-Mac, is because of the Diamond Reward, which is that Chris Bosh. That set is really pricey still. It's starting to go down just because it's not becoming as popular, but it'll hold its price for a fair while to come. Now this Spurs set's definitely for people who only have a few thousand MT. The usual price seems to be around 4 to 6k. We'll see what it's like at the minute. As we see here, they're all going for around that 4 to 5, maybe even 6k. Really, anyone here that you see for less than 3k, definitely a snipe. I think this Will Purdue seems to be the best value here, because there's not as many of them up. Yeah, that's the way it seems to be. Now our final collection and final sniping filter for this video to be looking into is the Wizards one. Surprisingly, at the minute, there's actually not that many of them up. That Brendan Haywood actually sells for a little bit more than 5,000, so I might look into buying that one. But this Nick Young always sells for around 12k. I think I sniped one in the past for about 7 and sold it for 12k. But really the Nick Young and Brendan Haywood are the only ones that have that much profit in. I think Dave Bing's in the set, but no one really goes after Dave Bing, just because I'll admit myself I don't really know who he is. But they're the only ones that really have value, which is these two here. Usually there's a fair few more up, just not right now. Yeah. Now quickly before I end the video, I just wanted to quickly say that definitely searching up just Emerald Historic and searching it and then looking for the current bids is definitely something to look into as well. Something's wrong with my 2k at the minute, and sometimes it pops up, sometimes it doesn't. See, that's the exact same thing, and it didn't pop up anything last time. But definitely look what the cheapest bids are. It's a little bit more risky just because you need to know who's worth money. Like none of the Bucks, none of the Pistons, Heat, none of the 76ers Emeralds, Knicks Emeralds, none of them have any value. That Sean Livingston, as I said before, has value. I think this, I have no clue how to say his name, but Yi, I think he has a bit of value as well. But you want to be looking at the bid, and you want to be trying to snipe them off the bid, not the actual price, because if they've lasted this price this long in the buy now, they're not worth anything. Quite often you'll see players come up with still on the 500 bid with only 2 minutes left. That's definitely stuff to be looking into. Yeah, this one's a little bit more harder, and because you don't really know what the average price goes for. But if you know what you're looking for and you know how to snipe, there's definitely another thing you could look into. Now, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and wanted to see this series continue, maybe go a little bit more in depth into actual filters like Sapphire Moments, that seems to be pretty good at the minute. Definitely leave a like. Comment down below what type of filters you want to see, if you want to see more cheap filters or if you want to see more expensive filters like the Diamond Harden, or maybe just the Amethyst Harden, the Durant, all the new Amethysts really. Yeah, make sure you comment down below. And I have been replying to a lot of comments recently. If you want to see any types of series or new videos, just tell me what you want to see. Definitely willing to upload nearly anything you want, as long as it's not too ridiculous. But I want to keep this series going. I want to restart my My Team Online series. I started that and then just things came up and got in the way. But yeah, make sure you leave a like down below, comment as well with ideas, and I'm out. Peace.